Do you know a tiny creature that once caused entire human civilizations to collapse? No fangs, no venom, no roar, just locusts. But when they appear, the sky darkens, fields disappear, and humans helplessly watch everything get eaten. The most frightening thing is not the number, but the transformation. Because locusts are not always dangerous. For most of their lives, locusts live alone. They jump, they eat grass, they avoid each other, gentle, quiet, almost harmless. But when the environment changes, when food becomes scarce, when they are forced to live close together, something strange happens. Their bodies change. Darker colors, longer wings, the brain changes. They are no longer individuals, they become a swarm. And at that moment, locusts are no longer locusts. They become desert locusts. Millions, billions. A swarm can stretch for hundreds of kilometers, consuming the amount of food for 35,000 people in a single day. No enemies, no fences, no army can stop them. History records, many great famines, many fallen empires began with a single swarm of locusts. But what is the most terrifying thing? Not their appetite, but the fact that they only become destructive when they are pushed. Locusts teach us something very strange. Circumstances can turn a harmless creature into a catastrophe. When there is enough space, they live peacefully. When pushed into scarcity, they transform, lose control, and destroy everything. Not because of an evil nature, but because of survival. And perhaps humans are the same. Pressure, scarcity, being pushed to the limit. Sometimes we do not become dangerous because we want to, but because there is no other choice left. Locusts are not monsters, they are just a mirror of nature. And the final lesson is, when the environment changes, everything can change. Even the things that seem most harmless. When a swarm of locusts flies by, they do not carry hatred. They do not know what they are destroying. They do only one thing: survive. No individual leader, no plan, no conspiracy. Just a chain reaction of millions of creatures trying to exist in a world that no longer has enough space for all of them. What is worth reflecting on is, when living conditions are good, locusts live separately, gently, and in balance with nature. But when the environment becomes harsh, when food runs out, when there is no space left to avoid each other, they change. Not because their nature becomes worse, but because instinct is activated. And at that moment, nature reminds us of something important. Destruction does not always come from evil, but often comes from scarcity. Humans are the same. Prolonged pressure, injustice, fear of loss, the feeling of being pushed into a corner. All of it can turn a gentle person into someone who loses control. Locusts do not teach us how to destroy. They teach us the importance of environment. If you want a peaceful world, do not only blame the destroyers, look at the conditions that created them. The final lesson is, if you want to control behavior, change the circumstances. Because when life is pushed to its limits, even the smallest creatures can become a storm. If you enjoyed this story, please like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch more inspiring stories like this. Thank you for staying with us. See you again in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, live well.